Yeah. Okay.
Did you make that?
Silent Hill TDS. J. Leo. Hitchhikers. Check. I'ma spit fire and propane. Keep a little baggie of some veggies, your romaine. Zombie ass bitch trying to eat up the whole brain. While this bummy ass nigga still asking for more change. Get your taste buds lit, popping right under your tongue. Lighten up a sharp strain, feel like it's chopping your lungs. Smoke another leaf to the head, feeling like Danny Phantom. Got a medicine jar in my car full of zany samples. Running with the factions with my rations getting low. Get down on the floor, blood races like I'm whipping blow. Shit show for show. I don't know what just releasing dope. Can't hear what you're saying. This we too loud and you're speaking low. Johnny smoking haze in a blaze like I heat it though. Then I'm let the heat flow and send it to the heat below. Think it's a game. I pick the day before you let them roll. Think I'm insane, but from the start I never had control.
Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale of the moonlight? Have you ever laid with a demon with the flames by your bedside? Smoking the air, sipping on spirits, get the mood right, get the crew hype, middle fingers to the blue lights, dancing on your grave while I gaze into the moonlight.
Rolling through the city, heart is empty, but I'm feeling frisky, knowing I can make it even though these niggas want it in me. Got some rolling papers and some bitches, yeah, we getting litty, feeling out of place. Fuck it, I got my niggas with me. We on a long road, smoking trees and bagging hoes. Love is faded, I'm jaded, consequences are never told. Running out of characters, the real me is getting old. Facing the facade, 50 shades, and I fall below. I'm on some new shit, underworld a new bitch. Your loose lips tangle you up, I guess this news fits. I do this, spitting some fire in there. Doom hits the sun god, bringing some light. Now watch your mood switch. Hieroglyphs when writing scripts. Namaste but conquering, conjuring some spirits in the valleys where they die and quit. Just a gladiator on a righteous tip, still sharp and steel, but I'm colder than the Arctic.
Yeah. What up, y'all? What's poppin'? It's your boy Wildcard Mar in the building. It's your boy Wildcard Mar in the building, aka Modelo Mar. Oh, come on now. Did you really think I forgot it? Yeah. Cheers, y'all. Yeah. But they got that Modelo be hitting the spot, man. Anyway, if you are hearing the sound of this voice, if you are looking at this very handsome, chocolatey skinned brother, then that means you have made it to another week. It's now Tuesday morning. We are here, thankfully, again. Shout out everybody, all my loved ones, friends, family, everybody that have been supporting the whole I.O.W. network movement. Anybody from general, watching the show here, watching the day stream on Monday and Thursday afternoons, watching the I Often Wonder podcast. We appreciate the love. It's much appreciated. We grinding. We trying to get it. I'm waiting on my STEMI. Where my STEMI at? I need to pay some bills off. Don't mind me. I'm tripping. I'm geeked up as always. But again, going over to the website, www.ioftenwonder19.com. You get all the information, anything I.O.W. network related. And you can go catch the, look at that. Go catch the drip. I'm over here swagged out in my I.O.W. sports hoodie or this joint man comfortable. You see the logo. You see the logo in the background. Come on. I'm about to get me, some other hoodies. I'm going to have to holler at my man Detroit Mail, see what other little joints we got popping that we could put together. But y'all going over and go check out, the website and, go cop some merch for real. Anyway. Man, I normally would start with all the NFL talk. I would. And I should. But the NBA has decided not so fast, my friends. Not so fast. There was actually a very good, entertaining game today in the Battle of New York. Let's take a look at these highlights. Let's peep them out. I mean, I thought it was a fantastic game. So we're going to take a quick peek, give our analysts, our own opinion. Excuse me, yeah. I'm so trash, man.
Quickly pull back from the elbow, jumper in and out.
It was a good game, though.
Goes to Nerlens Noel, lost it, gets it back. Reggie Bullock from straight on, and the first bucket.
End of the floor, because if you're going to be the best player, that's where it's got to begin. Certainly, if you're going to play for Tom Thibodeau, good ball reversal here, and Kyrie gets an open look.
Knicks come into this game tied for 6th in the East. They're just one game back of 4th, but they're also only 3 games ahead of 10th. Beautiful slip pass, Harden.
Lead his teammate.
Harden been playing, he been passing his ass off this year. Julius Randle. The Lakers shouldn't have got rid of Randle. Come on, Lakers. That was a bad move.
Guarding Irving. Tough assignment for the rookie. There's Kyrie.
About his prior reputation. Just to see him smile in that whole all-star experience. I'll tell you this.
Quickly tied up by Jeff Green. Shot clock winding down. Quickly on the drive. Flips it up one hand and puts it deflected. Back
it was a good game.
Irving, nice
very entertaining game. Oh, look at that defense. Get that shit out of here.
Short. He thought he was hit. Harden comes the other way.
Nice pass. Hey, say what you want about Harden. The man been playing his ass off this year. That passing has been crazy.
Quickly, 3-pointer. That's good. Matthew will handle another 3. Long rebound right back out to Randle. Randle goes right at Claxton. Beats
Taj Gibson. I'm surprised he's still playing.
Off to an 0 for 3 start. Drives, gets inside, kicks it back out. Randle, the corner 3. Irving on the drive, a pullback inside the arc. Jump shot is good. Kyrie Irving.
Sometimes you just can't guard Julius Randle. Kyrie.
Nice feed inside, and Taj Gibson's already surpassed that here in the opening period.
Hey, Timothy.
Going to try a 3-pointer. Jeff Green lighting it
up. Hey, Tim, man, you 100% right. That was probably one of the moves I didn't understand.
Quickly
with the Lakers.
Layup shot is good.
And the ball's getting into the paint, so it's the ball, the paint, react out, cover the line.
Thanks so much, Tom.
Oh, my God.
Mike, back to you.
Bullock, Ntilikina, and Gibson. Another nice slip pass inside. Brown able to finish. Drives past, a little scoop layup. Bank shot won't go. Nice boxing out from Harden on Taj Gibson. And Harden sprints past with a striking distance. He's 4 of 6 from downtown.
They've made 7 threes in the half.
And then Joe Harris comes right in the shooting department, that's for sure. Randle drives. Ice up and under move and a foul. Defensive foul on Randle, so that's 2 on Randle.
Yo, that was some bully ball by Randle right there, man.
5 minutes remaining. DeAndre Jordan gets inside. There's a certain traditional chance that fans, whether it's 2.
I'm gonna speak on that in a second, Tim. But man, you 100% right.
Good.
Do you think he's got to
Nets got to be careful with Durant.
To be guarding his,
you got to be careful with Durant.
I think.
But we're gonna touch on that when this highlights up. But yeah, I mean,
Harden the floater.
Better be careful with Durant.
And his minutes per game, if you take him off the floor, he can't stand it.
Look at that move.
Availability, I love it.
Sometimes Kyrie Irving is just you can't do nothing with him.
Barrett sees an opening, drives inside, flips it up and in. R.J. Barrett with a Manuel quickly, the rookie, got his first NBA start, nails the 3-pointer coming out of the All-Star break. Very difficult schedule. They started with Milwaukee, then at OKC, now in Brooklyn, as quickly hits another 3-pointer.
That's right. He's now 2 of 5, so the percentage is taking a hit. Got a 3. Joe Harris with
keep pace to a certain extent with their scoring ability.
Joe Harris, the 3. Harris knocks it down. His second 3. Randle just 5 of 16 from the field. Lob it inside. Perfect pass. Quickly left open another 3-pointer. That shot won't go. Julius Randle, the rebound, able to put it back.
As a passer, we'll give him time to improve.
100, Tim.
Judge him as a complete package.
100. Yo, yeah, like Kyrie got so he got moves on top of his moves, and then when you think you stop them two, he got a third move. It's like he can't like move on top of moves when he got the ball in his hand, like nasty.
Irving, 2 defenders on him, gets inside.
Like that's it right there. He should have made that.
Quickly steps back, 3-pointers up, shot's good. 6 seconds remaining. Randall drives, gets inside, floats it up, bank shot is good.
And you're just trying to string together stops. Look at Taj trying to get down in the stands.
Harden, high drive, lost the ball, picked up by Randall. Randall goes to Joe Harris, gets inside, layup, bank shot.
On this end of the floor, Mike, and turnovers part of the issue for the Brooklyn Nets.
What do you do with that?
Down. Randall against Harden. Harden trying to swipe.
Damn, Randall.
Harden now picked up by Ntilikina.
The back down fadeaway. This went old school.
Now drives, gets into the
wow.
Layup is up and good.
Ain't nobody gonna stop Kyrie. Nobody.
Drives on pull up. And the layup is good.
Kyrie just drove on 3 of y'all niggas. Like nobody.
Best shooting team in the NBA. Barrett gets inside and finishes. Barrett, nice feet inside, but Bullock mishandled it. Now back out. Alec Burks connects on the 3-pointer. Barrett, the drive, goes right at the Andre Jordan. Bang! Game scored the last 10 points to the victory against the Pistons on Saturday. Harden, the floater, puts it up and in.
It's an ugly floater, but Barrett it went in.
Trying to draw a foul. Randall makes his move, goes at DeAndre Jordan. Shot is good. Into the hands
DeAndre
of
Jordan used to swat that shit. He let Julius Randle back him down like that.
Falling away, knocks it down.
Get him up out of there, man.
Back up top. Randall's going to try a 3-pointer straight on. Puts it in. Julius Randle shooting that 3 each possession right now. Barrett drives. They're going to give him the 2-pointer. Throws it down. That's back to 5. Back tip goes to R.J. Barrett. Barrett throws it ahead to Randall. Randall drives and finishes.
Okay.
It's a 3-point game with 10.6.
3-point game. Now,
Irving inbounds to Harris.
Now this shit was
Harris
nuts.
Triple team.
This challenge right here.
And then they call a foul.
Wow.
Yes. Randall wins the tip. Burks has it, and Tom Thibodeau wisely calls timeout. Burks looking.
All right, game
Randall
on the line.
Free. Randall fakes.
Oh, Julius, what are you doing?
And the ball went up and down. A traveling violation call on Randall. He's saying the ball.
No, y'all got to look at the replay.
He's crushed by a turnover.
Kyrie got a hand on that
Green
ball.
Inbounds. Harden has it, and now they have to foul Harden with 6/10 of a second hits both, and that will do it. A wild finish, bizarre finish. Knicks doing some.
So y'all see that 117-112. Brooklyn got the win over the Knicks. You know, I wanted to talk about this before we get into all this NFL talk because it's so much NFL shit that's been going down and it's still going on. My phone's still going off on the alerts from the damn ESPN, CBS Sports, all that shit. But I want to talk about that game because, you know, maybe I've been sleeping on the Knicks. You know, shout out to Man Down Podcast, Melville Wall. He was on one of our day streams and same with Jay. You know, they talked about the Knicks being a good surprising team. And, you know, I see why y'all Knicks fans been rejoicing. You know, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since y'all cats had something to celebrate. So, you know, shout out to Timothy Denard that's in the comments. Appreciate your support, bro. The Knicks, well, I should say this. So Julius Randle pretty much dominated that highlight, man. I mean, he was backing cats down, shooting the 3, corner 3, top of the key. Like, I'm still irritated. The Lakers really, like, as a Lakers fan, I'm still irritated. They just let him go. I mean, you know, if there was any people that should have stayed with LeBron, it should have been Julius Randle, I might say Brandon Ingram. Josh, I like Josh Hart. I do. Not, of course, not as a starting point guard, but you know he can provide good bench. But definitely Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, and probably Josh Hart. I would have kept on that roster and helped build with LeBron. And then if you were able to keep them while trying to get Anthony Davis, I'd have preferred as a Lakers fan if the transactions would have went that way. But you know, I'm not a GM. I'm just a nigga that likes to talk sports, late night, daytime, morning time. You know, hell. So you know, what do I know? But back to the Knicks. Hey, you gotta give them their respect, man. They playing good ball. I don't know. My jury's still kind of out on RJ Barrett. I don't. You know, you could pretty much if you guard him pretty much on the left, you pretty much take him out the game. You know, his move set's pretty one dimensional right now, and you know, I understand his probably. Oh, now that you speak upon it, there you go. I'm with you right there, Tim. Yeah, they should have let Kuzma go. And the crazy thing is, they just gave him a 3-year extension before the start of this year. So he definitely ain't going nowhere for the next 3 years. So unfortunately, I got to see Kuzma's little stinking ass in a purple and gold uniform for at least a couple more years. That's already some of a bitch. Anyway, but RJ Barrett, yeah. RJ Barrett is I don't know. I just think that the jury's still out. He has to he got to develop a couple more moves on his post game and get more consistent on his jump shot. But I'm not saying he's trash. No, I'm not saying that. But I will say I'm pleasantly surprised by the Knicks. But as you know, as Melvin Wall and you know, J. Coltrane have both pointed out that, you know, the Knicks are kind of built in Thibodeau's image. You know what I'm saying? They're playing real hard-nosed D. You know, down the stretch in that game, they made a couple you know, big defensive stops, you know, getting tie-ups and preserving their timeouts. Because it came down to, matter of fact, a challenge, and they was able to overturn a foul over to a tie-up, and that gave them the opportunity to get the jump ball. They got it, get the timeout. As y'all saw, it was like 5.7 left, and Julius Randle went up, and you know, Kyrie did get a hand on the ball. So you know, I guess they just didn't call it or cared that even. I don't know what happened with the refs. It's right in front of them. I don't know. You know, I'm not a you know, a referee to make that call, but you know, just these little two eyes that I got, you know, what I saw, Kyrie pretty much palmed that ball while Julius Randle was going up, and you know, the refs miss it. You know, it is what it is. But hey, you got to. I'm saying we got to give the Knicks some props. You know, and you know, I'm pretty sure they don't feel that way because, you know, who loves moral victories? Nobody loves moral victories. I don't like moral victories. You know, moral victories are for losers. You know, but they can build on this. You know, granted, the Nets are not at 100. You know, KD, of course, don't know when he's coming back. I don't believe Blake Griffin has debuted yet. But regardless, you know, for you to pretty much go toe to toe with you know, presumably one of the best teams in the NBA Eastern Conference, like, you know, pat yourselves on the back, Knicks. You know, you are showing that you can hang with some of the big dogs in the East. I mean, I'm not sure if that translates to playing against the Cats in the West, but in your conference, you know, going toe to toe with some of the big dogs like the Nets. You know, I'm not saying it's far-fetched that the Knicks can't make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm not saying that at all. But you know, hey, you keep putting up effort like that. Maybe they go out and make a move at the trade deadline. I don't know. I don't. You know, I'll be honest. I don't watch the Knicks enough to say what they do need or don't need. So you know. Update on the Lakers and Warriors. 82-64. 82 Lakers, Warriors 64. About 4.5 left in the third quarter. We'll keep an eye on that game while we're. I'm pretty sure it'll go final while we're filming. Speaking of the Lakers, quick transition. I got to be honest, y'all. So you know. So February 14th, last time we saw Anthony Davis. All right. Said it'll be out a month. Already hit that month plateau. Reevaluate. They just did the reevaluation. They're saying 2 more weeks. You know, and for those who were watching the show, I was freaking out. As a Lakers fan, I was freaking out. I mean, how can you not blame me for not freaking out? You know, given pretty much all the offense, a majority of the offense responsibility to a 36-year-old LeBron James, and no shade at all of his age. It's just that he's not 22, 23 LeBron. You know what I'm saying? And in such a conference that is so deep in the West, I admit, I freaked out. You know, it happens. It happens. But I'll say this. So the Lakers, those 10 games since AD's been out, the Lakers are 4-6. You know, over a 10-game stretch. And, you know, that's not bad. It's not terrible. You know, a couple of bad losses, you know, with Washington and Sacramento. You know, I consider those bad losses. You know, they got wins over Golden State, Portland, Minnesota, Indiana. You know, I mean, hey, you know, I'm not saying that's a tough stretch, but hey, good job. You know, you win the ones you're supposed to. So you know, that could have easily been a 6-4. They started when AD went down, they were in second place. Now they're just in third place. You know, really not that much of a drop. But I'll say this at the same time, the West has kind of been you know, making their own transition, you know, in that stretch since AD's been out. Utah has managed to stay at the top of the standings. At one moment, you know, the Clippers were there, but then on their last 10-game stretch, they went 4-6, you know, just like the Lakers did. Denver's went 7-3, so they kind of shot their way up. Dallas has squeaked into the AC, you know, going on a 7-3 10-game stretch, you know. But I'm not gonna put too much stock in that 7-3, you know, Dallas shit and them squeezing into the 8th position. You know, it's still a lot of basketball to be played. And I'm not sold on Dallas. You know, I'm not sold on just the Luka Doncic. So, you know, Kristaps still has to prove he can stay healthy for a whole season. You know, he's already missed time already. You know what I'm saying? You know, other than Luka, and if he's getting a healthy Kristaps, it's not a lot of offense around on that team. So I'm not putting too much stock into the Mavericks. But Phoenix has now shot his way to the second position. These boys just came off an 8-2 10-game stretch. 8-2. And man, these balling 2 games back of Utah. Utah has already built up they did have a nice enough cushion, to go 5-5, pretty much 500 over a 10-game stretch and still maintain a 2-game lead. Lakers only 3 games back. Maybe I panicked. I can admit it. I'm a big boy. I'm a grown man. I can admit that I panicked. That I got that out my system. It's just my fandom. I was like, oh damn, that's half the offense gone. I mean, LeBron and AD make up, could possibly easily make 80 points of a Lakers game. You know what I'm saying? That's how potent, that's how good they are. So, you lose that, somebody got to step up and somebody gotta play ball. But I mean, they had a favorable schedule during this 10-game stretch, or not necessarily favorable, but I mean, they didn't get necessarily killed in the scheduling factor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you lose to the Nets. Okay, you lose to Miami. Reputable teams in the East. Lose to Utah. Number 1 in the West. Lose to Phoenix. I'm not gonna crap on the Lakers for losing to those teams. Those are playoff teams. And you win the ones you're supposed to. You're supposed to beat Minnesota. You're supposed to beat Indiana Pacers. In my opinion, I think so. If you're the Lakers, you got LeBron, and then you got, who do you have on the Pacers that can compare to LeBron or any superstar status of that matter? Golden State, right now it's pretty much Steph, and he's dragging that squad right now to the finish line. Portland, same with Dame Dollar. Is live and die by Dame Dollar. Same with Golden State, live and die by Steph. So yeah, I'm glad they got those victories. You're supposed to win those. Don't get at your boy because he was paranoid. Said it, I'm just paranoid. It is what it is. It is what it is. But let's transition to some football talk, y'all. Of course, we talked about it on today's day stream at 4:00 Eastern on Monday. I.O.W. Source with me and Detroit Mail. Hey, Drew Brees is up out of there. Finally called it quits. Probably finally set his ass down. As y'all saw the cute little Instagram post, his little his 4 kids pretty much announced his retirement from the NFL after 20 years. Oh, breaking news. The Lakers season is over. Jared Dudley tore his ACL. I'm kidding, y'all. The Lakers season is not over. But Jared Dudley did tear his ACL. But I'm tripping. But back to NFL. With Drew Brees retiring, I'm actually kind of confused. If this was the plan all along, why wait so long? Why? If you knew for a fact that this was going to be it, Drew, why stretch it along? And literally, free agency starts in 23 and a half hours. Literally, free agency starts on the 27th, and we'll get to all the signings that's been announced. But they can't be finalized till the 27th. Same with those trades. With the Stafford trade, Gawk going to Detroit, and things like Carson Wentz. Those trades can't come finalized till the 27th in 23 and a half hours. So I'm just confused on why hold out so long. Like what was the point? You already gave the $24 million back to help with the cap, which the Saints needed. The Saints needed all they can get from anything that can help against the cap. Boy, who is ever in charge of finances with the New Orleans Saints? Let me tell you, I don't want ever do any kind of work with you. These fools was damn near $100 million over the cap. Almost $100 million. Them fools they said, "Oh, we gonna get to the Super Bowl. You need some money. Oh, we need some money. You want some money? How can you help us get?" And they didn't. Of course, they didn't come up with the ultimate goal. But them fools was spending money. They was almost $100 million over the cap. Wow. Either way, the Saints, this is how I feel about the Saints, because they're losing all kind of cats. Unless unless they know for sure that you're going to be a contribution to the team, they pretty much, they came up with some kind of a weird way with Taysom Hill. So that 4-year, 140 contract, $140 million contract is not what you think it is, y'all. That's just some new way to maneuver money around. They just was able to get Jameis Winston. He'll be back. He will. And reached agreement on 1-year deal worth up to $12 million. So I'm pretty sure that sounds like an incentive-based contract. And honestly, to me that was the best option, for quarterback after Breeze. I just don't I don't trust Taysom Hill. I do not trust Taysom Hill. If I wanted Tim Tebow, I would have just asked him to come out of retirement and come play ball. I would have. I don't know. I don't know what the true infatuation is with Taysom Hill and the Saints. Sean Payton. I just don't. I never understood. I never understood it. He's a gadget player. He is a gadget player. I'm not. I'm not expecting him to be that dude. And he's damn sure not. He's not accurate. What's his completion percentage? Yeah, it's not like the guy's gonna shoot the lights out, and just become this goddamn dropping dimes all over the football field. I just don't. I just can't get with Taysom Hill. I just can't. So the Saints got that going on. Still no word with Deshaun Watson. But the Texans been making hella moves, hella trades. They've been making trades for Marcus Cannon from the Patriots. Get a right tackle. You know what I'm saying? So they get him. They didn't franchise Will Fuller, so he's a free agent. Who knows if we see if he comes back, to the Texans. Got slightly younger at a linebacker, swapping McKinney to the Dolphins, getting Lawson back. I don't know what the Texans are doing with Deshaun, making all these trades, but Deshaun. Move here. Now here's a move in this free agency that I think is gonna go under the radar. So here's my under the radar pick of best free agent. I like the move of Ryan Fitzpatrick going to the Washington football team. I like that move. And to me, this move is going to affect two things. One is definitely going to affect Tua Tagovailoa. Now there's no Ryan Fitzpatrick to come in and save the day. There's at least 3 games that in the winning moments they pulled Tua out the game because he couldn't move the offense and put in Ryan Fitzpatrick at least 3 times that I saw, that I could remember. If I'm wrong, somebody can correct me. No big deal. So this is honestly, they've been the rumblings with Tua, whether the Dolphins should keep him or not. This is the year to really find out. Year 2, another year in the offensive system. You know what I'm saying? Another year in the league to be more acclimated to the speed, this, that, the intangibles, blah, 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 blah. This is put up or shut up time. The NFL is trending to, if you're getting drafted early, especially at quarterback, and, and if you're not getting it done quickly, you're not grasping the concept quicker. You know what I'm saying? Teams start looking. They start doing the beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, you name it. I need a QB. They start looking. So this is going to be the effect of Fitzpatrick going to Washington. That's a big effect on him leaving Miami. It's put up a shut up time for Tua, I think, this year for sure. Maybe they miss Trubisky that shit. Keep him around maybe a little bit more. Bring in another old backup. Light a fire in his ass. Again, kind of like what Nick Foles did with Trubisky. Even though Nick Foles wasn't the answer. I don't know. But on the flip side, I actually kind of like that move from Washington. Maybe it's not too far-fetched. Ron Rivera is a loyal guy. I can see him sticking with Taylor Heineke. They re-signed him to a 2-year deal. Wasn't crazy backup numbers, like a $14 million deal for 2 years. They just add Fitzpatrick for a 1 year, $10 mil deal. Not too expensive. Overall, you're not spending no more than $25 million for a quarterback or at the position. So hell, why not? But with so much knowledge and such a smart guy, because that Fitzpatrick is, guy went to Harvard. All right, you a smart motherfucker, you go to Harvard. So take that IQ, book IQ with the the tenure that he's had in the NFL, over what Fitzpatrick's been in the league with 12, 13, 14 years, almost 32 teams. He that man had almost been on every team in the league. He been around long enough. He might have been on some of them NFL Europe teams. He was on the Scottish Claymores teams and shit. You know what I'm saying? But hey, there's a lot of knowledge with Ryan Fitzpatrick. I like that move with him going to Washington. I mean, we see how Fitzpatrick get down. He take risk, and then hell, you got Riverboat Ron Rivera take risk. That I like that move. They still need. I like Terry McLaurin, their wide receiver, but they still need some wide receiver help. I'm actually surprised they didn't go after Jonnu Smith. They need to go get a tight end for sure. I mean, I like their defense. That front four nasty, man. That front four is nasty. Chase Young, Allen, that boy for Alabama. Montez Sweat. They got a couple. They got a couple nasty dudes on that D line. Man, it's signings all over the place. Oh man, Gronkowski got himself another 1 year, $2 million deal. So he's staying in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay smart now. They doing what you're supposed to do. You re-sign what got you to the chip. I said last Friday, the Patriot. I'm sorry, not the Patriot, because it's more like the Tom Brady effect. Tom Brady's making so much money and other endorsements. His beautiful wife is paid. He didn't take a lot of money from the Buccaneers. Then he restructured it. Y'all just saw he did the Taysom Hill funny extension little deal and just to create cap space, but he did it in New England. Got him 6 rings. He's doing it again here. He got a 7th ring. He wants number 8. Excuse me. Can't fault the man. Can't fault him at all. Speaking of his former team, man. Boy, hey, Bill Belichick over here spending money like he got a huge stimmy. Bill Belichick been cheap as long as I can remember. The Patriots has been so cheap, and these boys spending money like they got a huge NFL stimmy, dog. They spending bread. I ain't like I can't even remember the last. Okay, so Stephon Gilmore, their cornerback, was the last person that they actually really gave money to. Like, for real. These boys is spending money, dog. I'm not surprised, though. I am not surprised because they literally had about $70 million under the cap. They had about $70 million to spend. You got to spend it. They go get Matthew Judon from the Ravens. That's a big loss for the Ravens. A big gain for the Patriots. And you're in the same conference. So you strengthen your defense. and you weaken another team's defense that's in this conference. You know what I'm saying? You get wide receiver help. Nelson Aguilar had a bounce back year with the Las Vegas Raiders last year. Year before that, you know, the man was getting roasted on by dudes saving babies out in Philly. You know what I'm saying? So he had a bounce back year. He gets a deal to join the Patriot squad. You know, they go get defensive help. Go get Jalen Mills from the Eagles. You know, he's a solid cornerback when he's healthy. Had some durability issues lately in Philly. You know what I'm saying? They get tight end help. Picked up Jonnu Smith from the Titans. Patriots ain't playing, man. Patriots ain't playing. They still need a quarterback. I don't care what they say. You know, so what you get Cam to come back on a you know, pretty much another incentive based contract that can be up to 14 mil. But you know, good for him. You know, I'm not a fan of Cam. You know, but maybe this year changes around. You know, maybe it turns. It's a different year because you got $70 million to spend, and you got players coming back. But they lose Joe Tooney. You know, arguably one of the best guards in the NFL. He goes to them boys. He goes to them Chiefs. You see, the Chiefs ain't playing. You know, don't be surprised. Like I said it before, after the Super Bowl, after my Chiefs lost, and I came in here in all that Chiefs uniform, you know, had to eat my pride that my boys got smacked up in the Super Bowl. But I said that I wouldn't be surprised to see them back in the Super Bowl because the Patriots have already shown that they're willing to do what it takes to keep the original band together, you know, and the Chiefs saw a problem, their offensive line, you know, regardless of injuries or not, you know, release Mitchell Schwartz, you know, release Eric Fisher. They go get Joe Tooney, you know, Duvernay Tardif comes back. You know, the doctor, LDT comes back. Lucas Niang, who they drafted in the draft last year, but he opted out. You know, big boy out of TCU. You maybe you move him to left tackle. Put Tooney at left guard. They're gonna need a center. Austin Ritter's out of there. I mean, three of those guys that failed to keep Mahomes protected in the Super Bowl are out of there. Teams ain't playing, man. And you know, it's the trend. You see all these restructured contracts here. I mean, they've been restructuring contracts since the beginning of the time, but even the teams that were you know, strapped for cap room, like the Chiefs, are spending money. That was a big contract. 5-year, $80 million. First 2 years of that, $32 million guaranteed to Joe Tooney. But hey, you got a $500 million quarterback you got to protect. You better go spend some bread on that position. You better. I mean, you know, this is the time that the GMs make or break their career. This is the moment. This is their regular season right here. You know, you know, you know, I'm one team I am, you know, with the Saints. I wanted to say this. I'm interested to see how they draft. I mean, because they obviously going to have some needs. They obviously going to have to be able to draft it. You know, that cap is just too tight. I'm curious if they still go get a quarterback. I mean, you're not gonna get it at the top of the tier, but maybe you get one in the third, fourth, maybe fifth round. I'm just curious. But we'll see how honestly, because I'm not 100% sold on Jameis. But we'll see. We'll see. Teams are spending money, man. I'm actually kind of surprised your Jets are kind of quiet. Jets and Jags, Colts and Patriots had some of the most money to spend. And they're relatively quiet. Colts, I think they're closer to the Super Bowl than any of those four other teams. So, but if there's somewhere you could possibly upgrade somewhere, I would at least try. I mean, they need receivers. I mean, unless you're just gonna stick with what's in the draft. I mean, maybe they move up in the draft and do that. I don't know. But this is probably one of my favorite times of the year, man. You got March Madness going on. That's about to kick off. I think one of the playing games tonight. NFL free agency frenzy is pretty much going bonkers. Hell, Bud Dupree, he goes to the Tennessee Titans on a 5-year, $85 million. Man, some of these cats are getting paid, man. Hendrickson for the New Orleans Saints. Trey Hendrickson, he goes to Cincinnati, 4 years, $60 million. Cats is getting some money now. Leonard Floyd's going back to the Rams, 4 years, 64. Cats is getting paid. I also love these two moves. So, of course, as being a Chiefs fan, I love them going to get Joe Tooney, Price. Hey, you got to protect Patrick. To me, there's no cost that you shouldn't pay. But you got to protect them. Chargers doing the same thing. Top center, All-Pro Corey Linsley, highest paid center in the league now. That hurts Green Bay if he's an All-Pro center. And Aaron Rodgers is still there. Man, what's going on with Green Bay, man? You brought back Aaron Jones, which you should have. But now you just lose the All-Pro center. I don't know, maybe you couldn't afford it, but hell, okay. Do what you do. Top safety, John Johnson, goes to the Browns. 3-year, $33.75 million deal. Got him a nice little chunk of change. I don't know how much winning he gonna do in Cleveland. They had a good year, yeah. So Ravens do get some help. Get the guard Zeitler, who used to pay for the Giants. So he's going to help that O-line to help protect Lamar Jackson. Still no word on Juju Smith-Schuster yet. But man, there's been signings literally up and down the whole day on Monday, man. It's just wild. Phone kept going off this way, that way. Brrr, trade here or signing here, free agency here, man. Like literally all day, moves after moves after moves. It's getting nuts. And again, none of this can be 100% official till the 15th. So pretty much 23 hours and 4 minutes away from now. I mean, it's just going to get crazy and crazier by the day until that clock hits. But like I said, it's March Madness, baby. It's March Madness, baby. It's crazy, baby. Okay. So the tournament don't. When does the tournament kick off? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so we're not popping off till Thursday, I guess. Okay. All right. Anyway, I hope y'all get y'all tournaments in. I hope y'all make a lot of money. Make some money. You see what I'm repping? Mizzou, the Zoo, the Tigers. Hopefully we do something. Hey, I'm being optimistic. I'm not expecting nothing crazy. But, a dreamer can dream. He sure can. Yes, he can. Man, crazy Monday. Shit's been nuts. We are coming up on that time that I say adios. And, again, appreciate all the love and the support from everybody out there for all of I.O.W. network material involved, from the I Often Wonder podcast show to, I.O.W. Sports on our day stream every Monday and Thursday, to this I.O.W. late night out edition of the sports show. Philip Riddick, Daddy Cooks, R. Bob, man, everything. Like I said, go on over to the website, www.ioften119.com. Go cop the merch. You see we official. Got the logo on the hoodie, and I'm telling you, the hoodie is so comfortable. So comfortable. But again, appreciate the support. And as y'all know, we definitely got to kick it. I'm going to take y'all out on some more my guy, Silent Hill. Until next time, folks, love somebody, hug somebody. Y'all be good, world. Peace.
Silent Hill TDS. Hitchhikers. Let's go. Yo. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoke unload. Let my soul sink into the flow, feel the flames below, ready to go. Light another pack, watch the blunt corrode, let it go. Release to the beast, about to take control, overload. Burn another shrub to keep my mind sedated, elevated, felt elated from withdrawal but never faded. Alcohol pumping out my system in need of patience. Point, play and do it in reverse until the points taken. Putting in work to muscles jerk, and my joints aching. Numbers don't lie, but I think these niggas point shaving. I am on another high. You can only taste the fragrance floating on the stroke. Bodies below, twisted, agitated. Hear me another gram, watch me break down and light this bitch. Explosive tendencies, watch me spark and ignite the shit. Put the game in the chokehold with a tight grip. Niggas inciting shit, most people they bite their lips. Cold hearted bastard, give a hot picture, icy kiss. Take a buzz to another level and heighten it. My karma is Dalai Lama, the smoke for enlightenment. Nigga drag me to hell with all the hounds and Leviathan things. Reach for a pack of gods, cause I'm about to smoke a quick. Pussy popping and percolate, I just want the smoke circulate. Losers will spectate and the haters will speculate, but I'm too busy taking all this vapor straight to the face. Damn. Shit. Man, shit, nigga. You got a light.
The I.O.W. Network.